On this week's episode of Authentic Michigan, we explore hidden treasures in some of the Mitten's beautiful cities. Catherine works up a sweat and appetite while visiting your favorite local Michigan companies, and so much more.
Here at Authentic Michigan, we are going behind the scenes to see, learn, and experience the best Michigan has to offer. From the streets of Detroit's industrial district to the shores of Lake Superior, Authentic Michigan is going to take you on a fun tour across our great state.
Hello, fellow Michiganders. I'm Kiera Hay, and thanks for tuning in to Authentic Michigan, a show that's guaranteed to take you on a fun journey across our beautiful state and maybe learn a thing or two along the way. So let's get started.
Food trucks are a popular part of the street food industry that serves millions of people every day. Detroit 75 Kitchen is an artisan stationary food truck that is changing the way fresh, high-quality local ingredients and unique flavors are put together. By using local produce and meats for their artisan dishes, Detroit 75 Kitchen is empowering a new generation of business in Southwest Detroit. In 2015 and 2016, Detroit 75 Kitchen was named Detroit's top food truck by Local 4 in Best Business Detroit. Eater named their 3rd Street Detroit Philly as the #1 sandwich to eat in Detroit before you die, with the garlic cilantro fries earning the award for best fries as well. Mac Shack is Detroit's #1 food truck specializing in creative mac and cheese and French fries. Its mission: to provide the best darn mac and cheese you've ever had. Mac Shack uses only fresh, high-quality ingredients and believes that lovingly prepared food warms the soul and brings people together. Try the best gooey noodle masterpieces and famous tasty toppings Metro Detroit has to offer. El Guapo Fresh Mexican Grill is the first licensed and accepted Detroit food truck in the city's history. El Guapo is taking fresh Mexican to the streets and turning it upside down, fusing it with all varieties of international cuisine. El Guapo is anything but traditional. Tacos, burritos, sides, and drinks, including vegetarian options, are all given the El Guapo touch of deliciousness. Hero or Villain Food Truck believes in creating a character for everything you eat. A story from them, an understanding from the customer, all in the dialogue of delicious deli food and classic hero or villain characters, and dedicated to fresh ingredients and supporting local businesses. Menu options may include the Kingpin, the Green Power Ranger, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, or the Mario. If you want a true hero or villain gourmet sandwich, Hero or Villain Food Truck is the place to go.
We're traveling to downtown Detroit to visit the oldest and largest year-round farmers market.
There are so many favorite places to choose from, but this week we decided on Detroit's great tradition, the Eastern Market. These markets consistently draw guests from Detroit, its surrounding cities, and all over the world. Crowds of thousands gather together around the goal of becoming healthier, wealthier, and happier. Each of the 3 primary markets has a unique set of foods, products, and experiences to offer. At various times of year, there are markets open on Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday's market is an experience that is undeniably Detroit. More than 225 market vendors share their produce and stories, with up to 40,000 visitors in one day during the busy season. The Sunday Street Market is not your traditional farmer's market. It seeks to showcase the work of local artists, cooks, jewelers, musicians, and more. This market is the perfect chance to discover items that are uniquely Detroit and Michigan made. Each Sunday will feature additional events that bring the spirit of the market to life. The tradition of this market has been a cornerstone of the city for 125 years.
Our grandfather started Weingart's as a feed and farm supply store in Utica in 1945. Believe it or not, at that time, it was the only business on this stretch of Van Dyke. But as the times changed and the area changed and became more suburban, we brought on more lawn and garden products. That's what has been our specialty ever since, serving both homeowners and landscapers.
You know, we're happy to be a staple in Michigan. Michigan's been great to us. We've been here since 1945. The community supported us. And as we've grown now to 5 locations, 4 here in Metro Detroit and 1 on the west side of the state, we're just proud of the support of the community, and we try to give back where we can, because that's really what makes us a staple and what makes us part of the great state of Michigan.
We try to provide a hassle-free ownership, whether it be as simple as a Wiley Way blade sharpening,
or an at-home service on your tractor. We'd like to make things as comfortable as possible for the customer.
I really love, when people come in and they have something that needs to be solved. We've got a lot of great products, but they may not be aware of some of the great products that can make their lawns look better, get it done quicker, and I really enjoy solving those people's problems and helping them get their yard work done.
Being a family business and a Michigan business is being really intertwined with who we are. I've always loved working with family. I mean, it's been such a blessing to me to work with my own family and then our extended family of employees. We've been so blessed to have people that have been with us for decades, and it seems like in a society that maybe values loyalty and longevity less and less, we just feel so fortunate to be able to work with people that we really enjoy coming to work with, and for customers that we really enjoy working for.
I love Michigan because they've been very loyal to us through some very tough economic times, and we hope we show them that loyalty back, and we'll continue to do it in Michigan for many more years to come.
Don't go anywhere. Authentic Michigan will be right back.
Michigan is home, and community is everything. In 1975, Bush's Fresh Food Markets started with a mission to be your go-to local food market. Today, Bush's is still your source for homegrown fresh products with the personal service not found anywhere else. From specialty gourmet foods to farm-to-table Michigan produce and your everyday staples, Bush's is proud to be a part of your community that's always authentic Michigan.
At Diversified Members Credit Union, we serve the entire state of Michigan with over 30,000 fee-free ATMs. We're with you wherever you go. To buy that new car, to take that dream vacation, to build that living room you've always wanted. Find out why so many people are choosing to own their own money by switching to a credit union. Apply today and become a member of the official credit union of the Detroit Lions. Visit us or click on dmcu.com.
Take salad dressings to a whole new level with Jen's Dressings. This delicious line of Michigan-made dressings began as a dip and dessert topping. These unique poppy seed and vinaigrette dressings bring a new, fresh option to the table. Jen's Dressings are all natural, gluten-free, and very low in sodium. Look for Jen's Dressings in the fresh produce refrigerated section in your local grocery store. From our table to yours, it's all about the dressing.
Discover authentic Michigan-made breads from Knickerbocker Baking Company. Knickerbocker offers a large assortment of sandwich bread and buns baked daily. Try our amazing Camel Jack chocolate bread, our awesome cherry walnut, apple walnut, raisin, and apple cinnamon bread. Our flavored breads are great toasted or plain right out of the bag. Choose flavor and taste with Knickerbocker bread. From our family to yours.
Welcome back to Authentic Michigan. Let's continue on our journey.
Hi everyone, Catherine Grant here, and we are at Eden Foods, and we are joined by Michael. How are you today?
Very good, thank you.
Excellent. Well, tell me a little bit about Eden Foods.
Eden Foods, geez, it's a natural foods company, and it started in the late 60s. When we first started in the natural foods business, if I would have told the average American that there was a direct relationship between what we eat as food and health and disease, the average American would have thought he's a little wacky. But today, the average American is well aware of the fact that diet and health, diet and disease are directly related.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All Eden Food products are natural and follow a macrobiotic lifestyle. They're all about balance and eating whole grain, local, and seasonal products, like this wonderful bean salad.
Yeah, we're going to do a 5-bean salad today. So it's kind of like an Italian-based salad. We have a little Italian-style dressing here we've made, and so we've got a lot of Michigan-grown beans that we're going to be putting into it.
Excellent.
So when we're out buying the foods, we're meeting with the growers directly. So we have a lot of really great relationships with our farmers, and they're really proud to know that their beans that they're growing in the field are actually going into our cans and are being sold on the shelf.
So it's fantastic if you have a whole bunch of different recipes that consumers can get on your app, I know.
Yeah, over hundreds of recipes we have operating on there, so go ahead and get on there. You'll find a ton of great organic foods, opportunities for you to put them together into a nice balanced recipe.
Sounds wonderful. All right, this beautiful salad has brought all three of us back together here.
Yes.
So can we try it now?
Absolutely,
All right.
now's the time.
Oh, that is delicious.
Fresh vegetables really come through, the herbs.
All right, make sure you find your Eden Foods at your local Bush's store, and make sure you go on EdenFoods.com.
Unleash your inner child at one of the world's most unusual museums.
Open since 1990, Marvin Yagoda had been collecting vintage coin-operated machines since 1960. He constantly added more, packing things tighter, shifting around games and kid rides. It is listed in the World Almanac as one of the 100 most unusual museums in the United States. Located in Farmington Hills, Marvin's Museum is home to thousands of mechanical oddities and one-of-a-kind collectibles. Some are exceptionally rare, and others were built specifically for the museum. Just be warned, it is impossible to see everything in one trip. And don't forget to check out the largest collection of well-kept pinball in Metro Detroit. Alas, Marvin passed in January, but his son Jeremy has assumed command and would love to see him.
Have you ever wondered what kombucha is? Well, I'm here with Matt and Danielle. They are the owners of Young Earth Organics.
Well, kombucha, simply put, is fermented sweet tea. And, we heard about kombucha, we started making it at home, we loved it, we started sharing it with friends and family, and it just went on from there.
So we sell kombucha itself, and we have about 5 different flavors.
Excellent. What can people expect to taste when they try it for the first time?
Well, kombucha is not like anything you've ever had before. It's slightly carbonated, it's bubbly, it's refreshing, and it's very healthy, which is surprising with how good it tastes.
Exactly. Well, how about the benefits? What are the benefits of drinking kombucha?
So the benefits would be similar to something like apple cider vinegar. Like you said, it tastes very similar to that. It's fermented, so it's very probiotic rich. So benefits would be similar to something like taking yogurt or a probiotic supplement.
All right, I'm excited. I'm actually going to learn how to make some kombucha tea here with Matt and Danielle. So what are we going to start with first?
Well, first, we're going to start by adding the sugar into the boiling water here.
So you always start with the original recipe, I understand, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Original, and then what we do for our great flavors like strawberry jalapeno, lemon and lavender and raspberry, we'll add that real fruit in afterwards.
So all natural products go in.
We actually try to use all organic.
And after that's all dissolved, then we're going to go ahead and add our tea in and let that steep. After it steeps, we're going to take it out and we'll add it to our brewing vessel. But this is actually called the mother, and this is what is going to turn the tea into kombucha.
Fantastic. Well, I'm excited to try it, so can we give it a try?
Let's do it.
All right, well, here's to Young Earth's Organic Kombucha.
Thank you.
Let's give it a try. Ooh, just a nice little kick there. Be sure to pick up Young Earth Organic Beverages at your local Bush's store.
Don't go anywhere. Authentic Michigan will be right back.
SnapCamp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day.
During the summer clearance event, lease a Ram Crew Cab 4x4 as low as $189 a month, or a 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $249.
Sales service and a superior buying experience. That's SnapCamp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
SnapCamp, Metro Detroit's original. SnapCamp, SnapCamp.
Remember when the milkman delivered dairy products to your house? Well, Calder Brothers Dairy still does. Fresh from their farm in Carlton, Michigan, direct to your doorstep. Calder Brothers Dairy has been providing their premium dairy products from their own cows since 1946.
Come visit their farm, which is open to the public all year long, or look for Calder Brothers dairy products at these Michigan retailers. Taste the local, old-fashioned difference with Calder Brothers Dairy.
There's one Michigan law firm where honesty and integrity isn't just the best policy, it's their only policy. For more than 60 years, the Abood Law Firm. Passion, experience, and results.
Enjoy the flavor of home-baked scones without the hassle with Wallace Scones. Delicious scones from freezer to table in just 30 minutes. Scones made no additives, no preservatives, and only with ingredients your grandmother would use. Wallace Scones offers a variety of flavors and can be found at Bush's Fresh Food Market or online at wallacescones.com. Make every day a special occasion with Wallace Scones.
Experience the flavor and atmosphere of JB's Smokehouse in Canton. Authentic North Carolina-style pulled pork, Texas-style beef brisket, Southwest smoked chicken, and tender fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style ribs. Classic side dishes, over 22 Michigan craft beers on tap, and fresh squeezed handmade beverages and cocktails. JB's Smokehouse is Canton's new gathering place for food, flavor, and fun. 11 to 11 every day.
Welcome back to Authentic Michigan. Let's dive into some more Michigan facts.
Time for this week's Authentic Michigan Top 10 list, but instead of people, we're going to look at 10 famous Michigan companies. Faygo Beverages, Inc. began in 1907 when Russian immigrant bakers Ben and Perry Feigenson began transforming their frosting flavors into the Faygo we love today. Located in Detroit, Faygo likes to think of itself as the one true pop. Founded in 1959, Art Van Furniture is family-owned and headquartered in Warren. And in 1977, the company opened stores outside of Detroit. In 2009, Art Van Furniture was named Furniture Retailer of the Year by Furniture Today magazine. Detroit was a city of many potato chip makers, but to this day, Better Made remains an iconic brand. The company was named after the founders' first names, Cross and Peter. Both set goals to make a better potato chip, hence the brand name, Better Made Potato Chips. Today, Better Made uses 60 million pounds of chip potatoes every year and are untouched by human hands from the time the potatoes leave the farm until you bring the crunchy chips to your mouth. Bell Tire is a tire, wheel, and automotive service retailer headquartered in Allen Park and was founded in 1922 after its first location opened in Detroit by Sam Ways. It currently operates 93 locations in Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. Carhartt was founded in Detroit in 1889. Their initial growth throughout the 1890s was focused on the need for durable and long-lasting work overalls. Over time, Carhartt clothing items evolved trademark features intended to further extend durability, including the use of heavy-duty threads, reinforcing rivets at vital stress points, and a variety of durable, high-technology materials resistant to flames, abrasion, and water. Biggby Coffee is a privately owned coffee franchise business based in East Lansing. In September of 2011, the company was named the fastest growing coffee chain in America by CNBC, which ranked the chain #1 based on their growth percentage from the previous year. Kellogg's of Battle Creek was founded as the Battle Creek Toasted Cornflake Company in 1906. The company produced and marketed the hugely successful Kellogg's Toasted Cornflakes and was renamed the Kellogg Company in 1922. Moose Jaw is an online and brick-and-mortar retailer specializing in outdoor recreation apparel and gear for snowboarding, rock climbing, hiking, and camping. The company was founded in 1992 by Robert Wolf and David Jaffe, two longtime friends who chose to sell camping equipment instead of becoming wilderness guides. Finally, one of everyone's favorites, Lazy Boy. In 1928, cousins Edward M. Nabush and Edwin J. Shoemaker partnered and invested in the furniture business in the small town of Monroe. They set out to design a chair for what they called nature's way of relaxing.
Find farm-to-table fresh cuisine at this unique eatery.
For this week's restaurant segment, we're spotlighting Gold Cash Gold of Detroit, which gets its name from the pawn shop that previously occupied the space. Gold Cash Gold offers sustainably sourced Southern-inspired dishes for brunch or dinner or dessert. Along with the delicious menu offerings, there's a menu of handcrafted signature cocktails, specifically created for the spring and summer of 2017. Gold Cash Gold also gives back to the community and has worked with Southwest Solutions, the Michigan Women's Foundation, and several other local charities to help better the lives of people in the area.
This week's event is actually a museum that has fun and exciting events all year round. Greenfield Village in the Henry Ford Museum is a place unlike any other. Greenfield Village takes you back in time with their live action performances, characters, and atmosphere. For Halloween, you can take a walk down an enchanted path illuminated with hundreds of hand-carved jack-o'-lanterns. A few weeks later, Santa Claus pays a visit to the village during holiday nights to witness the lighting of the tree and to spread Christmas joy. Another unique event to Greenfield Village is the Maker Faire. They call it the greatest show and tell on earth. It's a gathering of scientists, engineers, artists, and curious guests to showcase what they made or what they do. There is no shortage of fun events held at the Henry Ford Museum and Greenfield Village.
Hey everyone, Catherine Grant here, and we're at Bush's Fresh Food Markets. And today we're going to learn a little bit about how they're involved in the local communities.
So local companies is where our passion is. We just absolutely love dealing with the local companies and getting to learn about all the great things that Michigan has to offer. We have relationships with everybody from local neighborhood farmers to the local dairies to many of the local packaged good producers and beyond.
Being from a small town, life is very different, and you get involved in communities very differently. So I personally went and met virtually every farmer that was supplying us and what their facility looked like, how they were handling the product. Met some amazing people.
Oh, it's very rewarding. I mean, because we grew up in a small rural community, and the supermarket back then is the biggest employer. So, kind of taking what we did there, being heavily involved in the community, and taking it out, to these communities and continuing how we started, being a part of the community in which we serve.
When you go to Bush's, you're not just shopping at another store in the neighborhood. You are shopping at the market that supports local businesses and many community efforts. Every week, Bush's donates food to local food banks. They participate in many community outreach programs like their Christmas food drive and giving back to Michigan schools with their Cash for Education initiative.
Not only our outreach to the various events and sporting things and local events going on, but also us buying, from local vendors. So we're all about supporting the Michigan community.
We'd like to thank Bush's Fresh Food Markets for allowing us to share all these authentic Michigan stories with you.
Don't go anywhere. Authentic Michigan will be right back.
Experience the authentic flavors of the Middle East at Beirut Bakery. Much more than bread, Beirut Bakery shares their unique flavors and family recipes in salads, soups, roll-ups, flatbreads, pies, sauces, dips, marinades, and desserts. Using only the highest quality, hand-picked, and natural ingredients, Beirut Bakery transforms meals into healthy and delicious celebrations. Enjoy Middle Eastern magic on a plate with Beirut Bakery.
There's one Michigan law firm where honesty and integrity isn't just the best policy, it's their only policy. For more than 60 years, the Abood Law Firm. Passion, experience, and results.
Eat Local, Eat Natural is the name of the Michigan company connecting local farmers with restaurants, markets, and retailers. Eat Local, Eat Natural has high-quality standards for all farmers and suppliers within a 150-mile radius of their Ann Arbor warehouse to ensure freshness. If you are a chef, restaurant owner, or retail manager, go to eatlocal.eatnatural.com to get a complete list of local and fresh suppliers, serving really good food local to Ann Arbor, Detroit, Lansing, Kalamazoo, and Grand Rapids.
High quality is what Utica pork is all about. All natural and hormone-free, superior robust flavors, and several cuts to choose from. Ultra fresh and locally sourced, humanely raised right here on a Michigan family farm. Utica pork can be found in your local Bush's Fresh Food Markets.
Welcome back. Just a few more stops left here on Authentic Michigan. Did you know that 4 of America's biggest pizza chains are Michigan companies? One of them is Hungry Howie's Pizza, which was founded by restaurateur Jim Hearn.
In the early 70s, I delivered pizzas for Jim. I was 16, 17 years old, just getting out of high school, and Jim was a mentor to me, so we nicknamed him Howie, after the richest man in the world in the 60s, Howard Hughes. Jim was trying to come up with a name for his new pizza place that he was going to open in February of 1973. When I was at Eastern Michigan, the most happening restaurant on campus was called Hungry Charlie's. And I thought of Hungry Charlie's. The old nickname we had for Jim was Howie, and that's where Hungry Howie's name came from. So in February of 1973, Jim opened the first Hungry Howie's Pizza on Telegraph Road in Taylor, Michigan.
A few years later, they added a second location, and with the help of family and friends, they opened nearly a dozen other locations throughout the late 1970s.
And in 1980, we began the process to franchise Hungry Howie's Pizza. And in 1983, we awarded our first franchise. Right in the 1983 timeframe that we began to franchise, the idea of flavored crust pizza surfaced. We were playing with different crust with sesame seed and Parmesan, and we made the decision that flavored crust pizza would be the niche for Hungry Howie's Pizza.
And it worked, because flavored crust helped propel the incredible growth of Hungry Howie's.
We got to 100 stores in the late 80s. We continued into 200, 300 stores into the 90s. Actually had a couple of years that, we were opening 30, 40 stores a year. And as we crossed into 2000, we approached 500 locations.
In 2013, Jim Hearn passed away at the age of 72, but his legacy lives on thanks to Hungry Howie's Pizza, which was recently ranked as the 12th largest pizza company in the country. Our last stop of the day is a city that is full of adventures.
With more than 100,000 public votes, Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore was named the most beautiful place in America on ABC's Good Morning America. The area is somewhat sparsely populated. The year-round population of the 2 villages within the National Lakeshore, Empire and Glen Arbor, is about 378 and 788 respectively. The seasonal population, however, jumps dramatically, as there are numerous seasonal homes on the lakes and at the homestead. The economy is almost entirely dependent on tourism, as the orchards and vineyards are not in the villages, which are within the National Lakeshore. The 4 very distinct Michigan seasons are noticeable at the dunes. Each season is heavily influenced by winds crossing over Lake Michigan, as they have a cooling effect in the summer and a warming effect in the winter. So depending on the time of year you visit, you'll have a very unique experience.